popped a Zan, 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan, these red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just popped a Zan, 50,000 in Japan.
Doesn't count the quarterback as a runner. Downfield strike, wide open, Johnson. Everything.
See this right here? Oh, this is just a terrible towel, baby. Steeler Nation, man. We got the most Super Bowls in NFL history, 6, but that really doesn't mean anything for the 2019 season. So, yeah, it's been a disappointing start to the 2019 season for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, our starting quarterback, went down, our 2-time Super Bowl champion quarterback, future Hall of Famer, the all-time passing leader in Steelers history. Went down with an injury, an elbow injury that's, unfortunate. So we have to rely on our guy Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph, I've seen some highlights from him and his boy James Washington, 2 more, teammates at Oklahoma State University. I've seen those guys play. They're pretty damn good. But today's video, I just want to talk about, the fate of the Pittsburgh Steelers because I'm a diehard Steeler fan. Okay, I know in the previous video you guys saw me and I had a Dodgers, jersey on, and I had a LA Rams jersey in the background, and I was talking about how much I am. So my whole backstory is, guys, I'm from the city of Los Angeles. I'm from California. I've been a diehard Dodger fan since I was little, and just somehow, some way, I just grew into the city of LA, and I love their sports culture and everything. The Rams, of course, they just moved back to Los Angeles in the year 2016. But, I've been a Steelers fan since I was a little kid. My dad was a Steelers fan growing up with the Steel Curtain, then winning 4 Super Bowls in the 70s with the Dynasty. So I just tagged along. I played football, as a younger kid, as, for the junior Steelers. Me and my cousin did back in the day. But growing up for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I've been a Steelers fan since I was 5 years old. I've been a Steelers fan since they won Super Bowl 40 when they became the first ever team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl out of the wild card. They were the number 6 seed. They went to Cincinnati, beat the Bengals, who won the AFC North that year. They beat Peyton Manning and the Colts, and then they went to Denver and upset the Broncos in the AFC Championship game and then beat the Seattle Seahawks to win their 5th. And then 3 years later, we know they won their 6th title to have the most all time. But yeah, I'm a Rams fan and a Steelers fan at the same time. I know it's kind of weird. Very rarely you find people that like 2 NFL teams. I know I'm holding the terrible towel because I like waving this thing around during the game. But yeah, the Steelers. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers. Actually, people sometimes will ask me, who's your team? Is it the Rams or the Steelers? Who do you love more? I would honestly say I love the Steelers more because I've been a Steelers fan since I was 5 years old. The Rams, I love them too because they're from the city of LA. That's my hometown. The Steelers are my childhood team. The Rams are my hometown team. So come on now. I understand. People call me a bandwagon because the Rams went to the Super Bowl. Now people ask me, what if the Rams and the Steelers ever played? I would just enjoy the game. It's just a football game. I'd be like, but if the Steelers were having a bad season and the Rams were having a good season, I'd, root for them. On the other, vice versa, it's just, the Rams are having a bad season, the Steelers are having a good season. I don't know if I said that same twice. Did I say that twice? I don't know. But you know what I mean. You know where I'm coming from. But, seriously, and I know I have an Antonio Brown jersey in the back. We don't talk about that guy. I just need a new stuff. I'm going to get a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey pretty soon, or maybe just get the GOAT, Ben Roethlisberger. I might get a throwback jersey. I might get like a James, I might get a Terry Bradshaw jersey, John Stallworth, or I might end up getting a Lynn Swann jersey because Lynn Swann played at USC. USC is one of my favorite college teams. Of course, in the city of LA, I support all LA teams, Lakers, Dodgers, all that. We'll get into that later on in the video. But we're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. I'm getting off topic. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers, we lost Ben Roethlisberger and everything. Coming forward, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown drama, that's out of the way in Pittsburgh now. We can now focus on football. A lot of people thought we were going to have a better season because they're gone. Antonio Brown, he had his issues with the Raiders and the Patriots. I wish the best for him. I mean, I clowned him a lot over the offseason, but I feel bad for the guy now. I hope, he gets his life together. Le'Veon Bell, he's playing with the New York Jets, of course. We actually play the Jets on our schedule this year. I'm going to be pumped up for that game because I know the Steelers they should go down there and win that game in New York. I don't know. Do we play them at home? I don't know. But the Steelers right now, it was a tough start to the season. We went to New England on the opening Sunday night of the NFL season. We got blown out 33-3. Now, explain to me, we can only, so you think you can go to New England and only score 3 points? Like, literally, I remember the opening drive of the second half of that game. We went right down the field, and it's 4th and goal at the 1 yard line. 4th and goal at the 1 yard line. So you're telling me, so Mike Tomlin, you're telling me You don't want to line up in the I formation, give James Conner the football, and punch the ball in for the end zone to the end zone. Seriously, this is the Steeler way. We are about running the football. Come on now. Seriously. Now the Steelers, man, we're old school. We're dirty. We're line up 4-5. I don't like the 3-4 defense. I don't like the 3-4 defense. My dad used to tell me all the time, he doesn't like the 3-4 defense of the Steelers. I hate the 3-4 defense. Why are you rushing 3 and dropping 4 back into coverage? Put an extra guy on the offense. Put the extra guy on the defensive line. I almost said offense. This is defense we're talking about because the Steelers grew up on defense. And I understand, yeah, the Steelers had the way of Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger, the Killer Bees. We just have an offense. Now, honestly, I heard something on Twitter. A guy said that we're the Oklahoma City Thunder of the NFL. They're like Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. 3 great, talented guys who never won a championship together. And that's who Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Ben Roethlisberger are. 3 great players that never won a Super Bowl together. Now, Ben Roethlisberger already has 2 rings on his belt. That's like Kevin Durant. He's already got 2 rings with Golden State. Now, mirror image, huh? And then the other 2 guys don't even have never even won a championship in the NFL yet. So now I see where he's going with this now. But seriously, the Steelers, we got to pick it up. Mason Rudolph had an excellent game on Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's just extraordinary how he played. You know, they won 27-3. I mean, the Bengals are just the Bengals. I mean, they haven't won a playoff game since my dad graduated high school in the early 90s. My mom was 20 years old. I mean, that was the last time they won. They're just a division rival on my end. But seriously, coming in, I think that the Steelers are going to have a lot of progress. Mike Tomlin's been in this position before. I remember in 2013, they started 0-4. And they came back and they actually ended up winning 6 of the next 8 games. They actually finished 8-8, but they still missed out on the playoff. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. Give the guy some slack. Come on now. You know, I would love to see him finish his career to be one of the very few coaches that actually end his career as a head coach with no losing seasons. Okay, last year 9-6-1. We tied up the Browns, missed the playoffs. I still see a lot of Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin can turn this thing around, even though Ben Roethlisberger is gone for the year. We got a lot to progress on. I think it's gonna be a great season. But overall, I think it's going to be on Mason Rudolph in that offense. You know, the defense has been playing pretty good. You know, they played good in San Francisco, got a lot of turnovers. You know, we got a big schedule. We got Baltimore on Sunday. You know, it's going to be a tough game. You know, Lamar Jackson and them, their offense is crazy. You know, and their defense is, you know, still, you know, Barnett. I mean, they give up 40 points to the Browns. I mean, the Browns are a better team, too. This AFC North division is not going to be just a gimme like it's been in past years for us Steelers. You know, for us Steelers fans, we know, like, it's not going to be an easy division for us to, you know, win this year. You know, Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham, you know, Jarvis Landry and them on offense for the Cleveland Browns. That's not going to be an easy team. When we play them, it's not going to be an easy game. Even if we had Ben Roethlisberger or not, it's not going to be an easy game to win. Now you gotta be honest with me. Come on now, the Browns, the Bengals. I'm not really worried about them because I mean, if we do have a bad year, we're probably going to be down there with them on the bottom. The AFC North is probably going to be between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens if we don't turn this thing around soon. But I believe in Mason Rudolph. I believe that we can turn the season around. I think we can honestly win maybe about 9 or 10 games this year. Just saying, I think we can take, because Mike Tomlin, I believe in Mike Tomlin. I believe that Mike Tomlin is a great coach. I think he's going to be a Hall of Fame head coach. You know, like Chuck Noll won 4 Super Bowls. Bill Cowher took us to 2. He won 1 and lost 1, just like Mike Tomlin so far. Mike Tomlin took us to Super Bowl 43 in his second year, won Super Bowl 45 against the Packers. We lost. So what? But I'm seriously, really considering that the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe in the Steeler way, in the Rooney family, I'm going to put this in their honor. I think that we're going to have a great year. I seriously need to get that Antonio Brown jersey out of here because he's not welcome in Pittsburgh anymore. Okay? I mean, unfortunately, the NFL doesn't even want him welcomed anymore. I'm just saying. It's just the way things are. But I think that this is going to be a great turnaround season for us. I really think that James Conner as a running back, I think he can be one of the best running backs in the league. He had a great season last year. He's having a great season so far this year. Juju Smith-Schuster, I think a lot of people are putting a lot of weight on his shoulders because it just seems like automatically people think he's just going to be the number 1 receiver. I mean, come on, give the guy some slack. I mean, yeah, he was pretty much the number 2 guy for Ben Roethlisberger behind Antonio Brown. But, you know, automatically coming into 2019, I think he's just going to be the number 1 guy. I mean, that's a lot of expectations for a guy. You know, he went to my favorite college as well, you know, USC. I mean, I just noticed how much talent that the Steelers got from the University of Southern California. Lynn Swann, one of the greatest wide receivers in the NFL history. You know, the guy played at USC. He got drafted by the Steelers, won 4 Super Bowls. You know, Troy Polamalu, same thing. Went to USC, got drafted by the Steelers. You know,
H-back position, Samuels, all too easy.